In starting a company, one of the most essential steps that one has to make is to choose the type and structure of the business. No matter what business domain your organization operates in, the business type has a direct impact on its long-term success. Having the right type of business is very important. However, it requires knowledge regarding different types as well as an estimate of the size and structure of your business. In this video, we are going to learn the types of businesses and the forms of business organizations, and identify the best organizations for particular type of business. Identifying the type of legal structure your company will operate under is the first important decision for any entrepreneur. Here are some of the main reasons why it's important to understand the different types of businesses you can choose from. First, setup cost. The cost of setting up a company can become a challenge early on, so it's important to be prepared. Choosing a business type that can accommodate both your initial budget and future growth objectives is essential when setting up your business for success. Ang ibig sabihin nito, marami diyang business, marami kang pwedeng pag-isipan na negosyo, pero tingnan mo rin kung anong kaya mo, anong kaya ng iyong bulsa, anong kaya ng iyong finances. So, kaya importante na malalaman mo kung anong uri ng business para malalaman mo rin kung gaano kalaki ang kakailanganin mo pera. Second, risk limitation and asset protection. If limiting risk and liability is an important factor for you, knowing the types of business that can maximize exposure can be crucial for protecting your assets. Ibig sabihin nito, kung alam mo ang patutunguhan o kahit paano kilala mo ang negosyo na iyong itatatag, maiiwasan ang mga problema. Hindi man natin siguro maiiwasan ang lahat, pero maiiwasan ang karamihan sa mga problemang darating sa iyo. Third, for tax purposes. A company's taxation level and structure can vary depending on your chosen business type. Knowing the available types of businesses allows you to choose the one that works best for your company and yourself. Yes, taxation is very important. Ito palagi ang palaging pinapalagan ng mga nagnenegosyo, yung mataas ang tax. So, dapat alam mo kung anong negosyo na hindi ka mahihirapan sa pagbabayad ng buwis. Then we have legal obligations. Some business types have additional legal and reporting obligations that may require your time and money. So it's important to familiarize yourself with your options and their specific requirements. So dapat alam mo to kasi baka balang araw bigla ka na lang ma-surprise, mabulaga, uy, may kailangan palang ganito, uy, may kailangan palang ganito, no? Now let's talk about the three types of businesses that we can get into, no? First, we have the service businesses. These businesses do not sell tangible products. Instead, they offer their professional expertise in various matters, such as providing advice and performing specialized tasks for their customers. For example, schools, law firms, doctors, yung hospital, no? Salons, yung ating mga massage salons, no? At marami pang iba. Then we have merchandising businesses. Merchandising businesses purchase large quantities of product at reduced prices and sell them individually at retail price without changing their initial form. These companies make a profit if the amount of money they receive from reselling purchased products exceeds the purchase price and business operating cost. Some examples of merchandising businesses are grocery stores and clothing stores. Of course, kasama dyan ang mga department stores, etc., etc., etc. Lastly, we have the manufacturing businesses. These businesses purchase various raw products and then combine and manipulate them to create a new product that they can sell. The process involves combining raw materials, technology, human labor, and overhead costs to create a manufactured good that can be sold to customers. If the price of the sold manufactured goods exceeds the combined cost of production, the company turns a profit. For example, automotive companies and bakeries are both manufacturing businesses. So, self-explanatory na po ito, no? Ibig sabihin, in example dito yung kotse, bumili ng spare parts, ng mga bahagi ng kotse at ginawang kotse. Ito naman ang bakery, bumili ng harina, bumili ng kung ano-ano mga ingredients, tapos ginawang bread, no? Ito sila ay mga manufacturing businesses. So now let us talk about the 5 types of business organization. Number 1, sole proprietorship. Ikaw lang po ang may-ari, mag-isa lang po ang may-ari ng kumpanyang ito. A sole proprietorship is a type of business where there is no legal distinction between the business entity and its owner. So it's best fit situation where the organization only has one owner. They are popular choice for small businesses due to the low initial cost. Also, any generated income is only taxed once as opposed to being taxed as a company and then again as personal source of income. So, ito yung ginagamit karamihan ng mga tindahan dyan, ng mga maliliit, no? Yung mga negosyante natin, ng mga nag-online selling, karamihan dyan, yan ang tinatawag na sole proprietorship. Ikaw mismo ang may-ari ng iyong negosyo, wala kang kasama. Of course, kung anong pagmamayari dyan, yun ang sayo, yan din yung sa kumpanya mo. So, ang pros, no? Ang maganda nito ay they are subjected to less taxation and regulation compared to other types of businesses. Ang cons naman, o yung hindi maganda, there is no distinction between your assets and those that belong to your company, which may be an issue if your company experiences financial challenges. So, yan ang problema naman yan, no? Kung ano ang pagmamayari mo, yan din yung pagmamayari ng kumpanya nyo. So, pag may problema ang kumpanya, damay ang iyong buong assets. Number 2, we have partnership. So, as the term implies, no? Partnership. May kasama ka. May kabahagi ka sa negosyo. Partner nga, no? So, partnership constitutes a formal agreement between 2 or more individuals who agree to run a business together. It can also be established between 2 or more businesses or between businesses and individuals. The partnership agreement clearly states that the amount of authority, potential profits, and liabilities that each partner is due. Although the partners share benefits and responsibilities, one partner's choice can potentially affect the entire company. By the way, there are 2 types of partnerships: general and limited. In a general partnership, all partners assume liability for the company's potential losses, debts, and other obligations. In a limited partnership, some of the partners are solely investors and who have no managerial control or liability. A limited partnership contains both general partners and limited partners. The 3rd type of business organization is corporation. So, ito yung palagi nating naririnig, ano? Medyo sikat ito sa ating society. Corporations are companies that have been authorized to act as single entity. When a company owner incorporates their business, they essentially separate their personal liability from that of the company. Corporations have many of the rights and responsibilities that individuals enjoy, such as owning assets, hiring employees, and paying taxes. However, they are subject to state regulation with a state-imposed board structure and taxation of both business and personal revenue. Owning a corporation is typically more flexible than other types of business, as you can transfer it in the form of stock. However, the high number of rules and regulations that a corporation must follow typically means you may have to pay higher costs for accountants and attorneys compared to other types of businesses. There are 3 kinds of corporations. First, the C corporations. These corporations are taxed as business entities and the owners receive profits and then tax again individually. Ito yung common, no? May tax na ang corporation, may tax din ang individual sa tinatanggap nilang kita. So this is applicable to C corporation. So double taxation, no? Ang pangalawa is the S corporations, deriving from small business corporation. This type of business organization divides income and losses among shareholders. This means that the corporation itself does not pay any income taxes, making it an effective way of avoiding double taxation. Iyon na, ang S corporation, medyo maliliit ito na corporation, kaya ang nagbabayad ng tax ay yung individual. So, ganun din naman, kung isipin natin, yung kita nila mula sa korporasyon, yun ang kukunan nila ng tax at ibabayad. Ang pagkakaiba lang nila, hindi na sila nagbabayad ng tax as a corporation. So, I give you an example. Ang San Miguel Corporation. Ang San Miguel Corporation is a C corporation. So, meron siyang overall tax as San Miguel nga corporation. So, kinukuha na ng tax ang kita niya. Kaya nga, di ba, nagsusponsor sila ng mga basketball team kasi para doon mabawasan ang tax nila kahit papaano. Then, ay yung mga shareholder nila, sila ni Danding Cuangco, sila ni Ang, yung mga corporators nila, nagbabayad pa rin po yun ng tax. So, double taxation ang tawag nun. Sa S Corporation, wala na po yun. Hindi na po magta-tax yung mga, yung kumpanya. Yung tao na lang na nagtatrabaho sa kumpanya. Kasi nga, small company ito or small corporations. And the last is a non-profit corporation. These corporations are exempt from all taxes, but they must operate without generating profit. A non-profit corporation can achieve this if it invests all of its generated cash flow for expansion and future operations. This is a type of business organization that most often used by charitable entities. So yung mga foundation, itinatag na mga religious entities, they fall under non-profit corporation. So wala po silang tax, pero basta lahat, babayaran nila ang tao, babayaran nila ang lahat, mga maggagastos nila sa pangailangan sa mga kawanggawa. Then the fourth type of business organization is limited liability company. Ito naman ay hindi masyadong sikat, no? Hindi masyadong popular. Pero may mga gumagamit din ito, no? As with corporations, limited liability companies separate the owner's liability from that of the company. They can be taxed either as corporations or as partnerships, as they can be owned by many different types of business entities such as trust, corporations, individuals, and other LLCs, no? Limited liability companies. Pwede kasi na nagkaroon sila ng company, like for example, yung ang San Miguel Corporation, sila nagpartner sila sa Selecta, sa Nestle para magkaroon ng Selecta. So yan po yun, yung limited, na meron silang hangganan kung hanggang saan lang yung kanilang ibibigay doon at kung yung mga liabilities hanggang kung ito ba mangyari, sino bang managot. So alam natin kung sino. Kasi magkaiba yung kanilang function pero nagbuo sila para makabuo ng another product na. Although similar in structure to S corporations, LLCs do not put their shareholders' personal belongings at risk, separating the personal liabilities from the ones that the company generates. Also, as opposed to S corporations, there are fewer rules and regulations for the company to follow, which reduces the time and money spent with accountants and attorneys. Finally, we have cooperative. Ito naman ay kilalang-kilala na natin. Marami tayo ditong cooperative, no? Una dyan, pinakasikat sa Palawan ay ang Palawan Electric Cooperative. Meron din tayong Medical Mission Group Cooperative Hospital. Meron din tayong Cooperative Bank. So, very familiar sa atin ito. A cooperative is a business that is operated solely for the benefit of those who own it and use its services. This implies that the business distributes its generated earnings to its members, also called user owners. The company's members typically vote to elect a board of directors to make any necessary managerial decisions. So, yan po ang cooperative, no? So I hope this video presentation that we have today will give us a new business direction and allow us to decide whenever we get involved into business